Today we're going to see how to make COVID-19 beds availability web application. So I would be showing you how to make it live, real time, right now on this video. We would be basically using something called as iframes, and I'll also be showing you how to upload it for free on GitHub. GitHub is a very popular open source repository for software developers. So without wasting any time, let me show you how I built my very own COVID-19 hospital beds, ICU beds, and emergency things app just now. Here we go. So as you can see, I have few links with me which are collected. We would be making an aggregator. So this is the first link, the second link, this is the third link, and this is the fourth link. Okay. So I kept myself four links handy. So why I just four links will be building an aggregator. So let me show you how it looks in real world. So I have deployed it on my GitHub repository, and this is how it looks. Let me just reload it. So empty hospital bed list aggregator, keep scrolling in case broken, refresh it. So this is from Pune. If you keep on scrolling it, it just loads, and it keeps on loading. As you can see, it's not getting broken anywhere. You can see it's getting scrolled from here. You can see the scrolling bar, and you keep on scrolling. You will see just go a bit up. A new iframe over here is called Navi Mumbai Mahanagar Palika, and then you go down and go down and go down. You'll be seeing the next one, that's Thane, and so on and so forth. You can see it just gets updated and updated. Panvel and then Thane. So it's in that particular order. So you can scroll down and down and down and down and down. It's still working because it's not broken. Ultimately, it is a footer made by me in Navi Mumbai. So I'll show you how to make it. Since the data has been collected, the links have been rather been collected from a government portal. They are accurate. So let's see how to go about it. So what I'll do is I'll just copy the first link. I just copy the entire link. Let me show you step by step, and let me just paste it in a new tab. So once I paste it in a new tab, let me hit enter, and as you can see, the particular dashboard has opened. So let me just make it into an iframe. I'll go to google.com. I'll quickly search for iframe uh, generator, and here is a cool iframe generator. Let me open this one, and let me open this one as well. Let me see which one suits me the best. So I think I'll go for this one. So let me just close this one. So I just paste the URL over here. You can see this URL is same as this URL. So over here I'll just keep it, I just preview it first. So you can see it's not responsive, so we need to make it responsive as well. We'll see that later. Responsive meaning it should respond to mobile devices, yes. So border should be yes. I need a scroll bar, so I had to put a scroll bar as yes. Border type I would put it as dotted, and border color is fine. Scroll bar yes, border should be yes, and let me generate it. So here is my code. Here is my iframe code. I'll copy this, and I'll go to my notepad and just go down and down and down and down. I'll just make some space and paste it over here. This is the first one, and the same thing I'll do for the rest. So let me quickly do it as soon as possible. Let me go over here. Let me refresh this first. Just be patient since I'm doing it from scratch. And border yes, and it should be dotted. Let me generate it. Let me copy it, and let me go over here and let me just paste it below this. Okay, looks good. And then the third link, um, let me go to the third link, to this one. Let me just copy this, just copy to the end. Let me go over here, let me refresh it, let me paste this over here. I'll go to scroll bar, yes, border type dotted. I'll go to generate, I'll copy this, I'll go over here, I'll just paste it over here, boom. And now the final one, 1 2 3, and this is the final one. I select the entire one and I just copy this. I'll go over there, I'm sorry, I'll go over there, I'll refresh this, I'll paste it over here, I'll go to scroll bar, yes, and then again dotted, generate, copy, and then I'll go down, I'll paste it over here. So as you can see, I made 4 different iframes, but these iframes, number one, number second iframe, number third iframe, and number fourth iframe. But these iframes need to be responsive. That is, it has to be aligned properly on a given mobile device. So what we need to do is we need to use a tool called Embed Responsively. I googled it about a lot and I found it later. Embed responsively, and this is the one which will do the magic for us. So we go to generic iframe, we just go over here, we select this, and we'll go to a notepad, we'll select the first piece of our iframe, and we'll copy this and we'll paste it over here, and we'll embed. You can see, wow, it looks perfectly fine on mobile device. This looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, so let's see the embed code. This is the embed code. We'll copy this and let me just make a new note out of it. Paste it over here. Brilliant. Okay, our first job is done. We'll do the same thing for the second one. It's as easy as the first one. So we won't waste much of our time. We'll copy this. We'll go here. We'll refresh this. We'll again go to generic iframe. We'll paste it over here and oops, I went somewhere else. Sorry. And I think I didn't copy it. I copy, go here and paste. Not YouTube. Generic iframe. Paste. And this one might take some time, depends on the server. And I go down over here and I paste it over here, as simple as that. I do the same thing for my third one, my third iframe, which is not responsive, which does not fit properly to the mobile devices. And let's see, COVID Panvel, it should display Panvel, and that's correct. So we can copy this entire thing and I'll just go over here, I'll paste this over here and go down, and now the final piece of iframe, we're almost ready to rock and roll. So this is a bit lengthy, so we'll just copy this and we'll go over there, we'll just paste it So remember, we are using embed responsively in order to make it more responsive and mobile friendly as well as tablet friendly for those devices which are of smaller screens. So that is very very important. So I just can copy this entire thing and paste it here. So our script is ready. So now we need to check this if it is working or not on some server. So let's use this free service called codepen.io. Codepen is basically a coding pen wherein you can code for free by just the basic functionalities. We'll be using HTML language over here. So let me just pull this off to the side. Okay, now here's line number one. Let me go over here. Let me just open this full screen and let me just see what has happened. Okay, so this is our one, two, three. Iframe here, iframe here, iframe here. Oh, so this was our by mistakenly COVID web panel, and this is div. Okay, this is another service. Okay, and which one is this? Let me just check. Um, Let me just see this embedded container. This container should have any. This COVID web panel again. Okay, so let me just go over here. I think I made a mistake or something. Or not. Let me just see. Okay, let me just copy this and let me just paste it over here. Okay, this looks good. So I'll just select all this till here and copy this and I'll go to my code pen, and this is my code pen. I'll just paste the entire HTML. So these are the four iframes. If everything is going well, it should load. The first thing has been loaded. The second thing, let me just show it to you in a proper fashion. The first iframe has been loaded. The second iframe is taking a bit time and it has been loaded. Wow, that's amazing. That's really amazing. But you can see it's taking 50% of our screen size. So we need to edit the code. And then if we scroll down, this is the third one, which is again taking 50% of the screen size. As you can see from here to here is 50% of the screen size of any that's known as viewport, and this is the fourth one. Alright, cool. So how to go about this? We need to edit the code, right? So what we do, what is the trick? I'll show it to you. So what we can do is let's scroll down. We'll select everything. We'll open up our Visual Studio Code and don't show again, and we'll open a new new file, and we'll name it as select a language and select a language. Okay, so we'll select it as HTML. Brilliant. So paste it over here. Okay, so this is, we'll just rename it. Hope we get some renaming thing over here. It's okay if we don't get it. File, save as, check over here. We'll just rename as index.html. Okay, and we'll give it a path over, say, desktop, save it over there. So okay, we can say replace. Okay, so we can just zoom this to full screen. Now we'll check the code of our original page. Okay, so I'll go to inspect element, the Chrome Dev Tools, and as you can see, rather we can view source. That would be better. View page source would sound cool. So you can see over here is kept 56.2%, the first iframe, and what we can do is rather we can open the page of GitHub, github.com /Akupedia. That's where I have uploaded it, and this COVID that's near me. So we can quickly check the code. If you see it carefully, the first style border has been kept 56.2% over here, as you can see this, and the padding bottom is 360%. 360% padding bottom is 360%. So that's the only difference. The first is 56.2%. The same formula we need to apply over there. So we'll go to our browser. We'll go to 56 point. We'll make it padding bottom 2%. We'll make this say, let's see over here. Padding bottom is 360, 56.2. Okay, so this will make it 360. Let me check if it's percent or it's percent. Yes, 360%. We'll change the same thing to 360. We'll change the same thing to 360. Well, that's it. And we'll hit on Control C. Now we'll see the magic. It's loaded completely on one page, as you can see. So it's giving proper respect, and this is giving a complete page, and this is a complete page, and then everything is a complete page. So now I'll show you how to deploy this on GitHub. So we'll quickly open my GitHub account, github.com. I'll just sign in. I'll sign in with my email address. So just give me a moment, and it has been signed in. So now what to do? How to make it live? So in order to make such sites live, we need to hit on new. Let's give it fork of COVID. I'm sorry, don't leave my fork of COVID beds, fork of COVID, fork of emergency COVID beds, fork of emergency COVID beds. Yeah, that sounds nice. It's public. You can add a readme. You can create a repository. So you can add the code manually, add a file, create a new file. So you can name it as index.html over here. We'll quickly go to a code pen. We'll quickly go down and copy this code over here. So you can see this code does not look neat, but it's fine. Um, there are some caveats, so we'll remove some unnecessary things. There's no HTML declaration or anything of this such sort. So quickly what we can do is we can fork this out from an existing code. So we can go to this one and we can copy the entire one. From doctab HTML declaration, the same thing. We just copy till head. We'll go over here. We are just writing a boilerplate code of the head. Then we'll write body and the body tag shall end here. That's here, body, and we'll end the HTML as well over here. So now we'll quickly prettify this or make it pretty. So we'll go to Google, we'll go to beautify HTML and we'll go to beautification tools. So we'll enter our HTML over here. I'm sorry. Just go to this new file, we'll copy this one, I will go over here, we'll paste this over here, and you can see this is just 36 lines of code which looks quite rough on the edges. We'll just beautify HTML, so this is around 270 lines of code but looks beautiful. Okay, just copy this and just before uploading we'll make sure it's working, so we'll go over here, we'll just select everything and paste this over here, the 273 lines of code, and let's check if everything is working or not. Let it load completely and seems good so far. Perfect, 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 perfect. The bottom part has not loaded yet. It has loaded. Panvel Mahanagar Palika has been loaded, and wow, it's good. So now we can go to the new file and just over the new file you just create a new file, just a moment, and we can paste it over here. 273 lines of code, looks good, looks good, looks good indeed. We can say, hey, this is a final forked version of my own creation. That's it. You can hit on commit new and boom, it's done. Fork of emergency COVID beds. Okay, so this has been done. Now what you need to do, you need to go to settings. You can see here code, issues, pull requests, action, projects, wiki, security, insights, settings. Go to settings. On the settings you go down and you go down, then go to GitHub pages, just select as main, save it as save, just wait for some time, okay, and just after 5 minutes, so like we are live as of now, the app would be ready and live right on the server on GitHub for free. So this is done live in front of you as of now, and it just took around less than say 30-35 minutes, and the whole project is done. So that's the greatness of GitHub and the online tools wherein you can do the work for free. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll just show you how the page works, and that's it for now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm obliged. Thank you. Appreciate it. So we'll go to the GitHub page, acopedia.github.io, fog of emergency COVID beds, and we'll click over here. And brilliant, it's done. You can see it's done. It's working perfectly fine. You see, you can scroll down and down and down, and it's loading. And it's loading. You can see it's loading. I'm scrolling very fast, so just taking a bit time. So you can see this is the fork, and you can copy this and open in any browser of your choice. So you can open it and say Safari. So just to have a look at this working on Safari or not, pasting it over there, and then boom, it's working. It's working. Thank you for watching. Bye.